a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kylie.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So I gotta say, I'm super proud of you.
You're going to start the podcast by being proud of me.
Yep.
I like that. Why don't you do that every week?
Well, I'm not proud of you every week.
Oh. What are you proud of me about? What did I do?
The growth in your life.
The growth in my life? You talking
Yep.
about that thing on the back of my neck?
I'm actually not.
Oh, okay.
I
can't stop picking that, by the way.
I noticed.
I'm a nervous wreck.
I have not seen you talk to so many strangers ever. And you talked to so many in the past weekend that it's unbelievable.
Well, that's my New Year's resolution.
Well, you succeeded. Congrats.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to be more open and
you
say
are.
yes to more things and communicate better with more people.
Yeah, you
that
were
I don't know.
you were so open and communicative that you sat next to a 70-year-old Asian woman and left me by myself at a bar.
Which is really nice.
Oh yeah.
When I sat
I'm glad
down,
she was real nice.
When I sat down,
did you go home with her? Was she real nice to you then?
She would have loved to take me home. And she didn't know I had a wife at first, so she
Okie doke.
she didn't know I had a wife at first, so she kept saying, "Oh, you live here? Let me get your number."
You don't live here.
I ended up giving her my number though.
Yeah, I know, and now she keeps texting you.
She texts me every day.
Did she text you today?
No, she didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yesterday though.
Yeah, I know.
She texted me to go to some Bible ring, but she said I can bring you and Skylar.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but she didn't really want you to come.
No.
She only wants me to come. But it's funny. I sat next to this lady. She was getting up to leave.
Wait, there was one chair next to her, so we thought if we swooped the chair, then you could save it, and I'll swoop in and get the other one.
Right.
When I was done going to the bathroom.
I sit down. This lady never stops laughing. That was kind of funny, I thought. And then she says, I want to invent a place called Happy Cafe. And I said, oh, that'd be a good idea. You just go there and laugh your ass off.
Is that a comedy club?
And then, I don't know. And then she showed me all these videos of her on YouTube laughing.
Oh, okay.
And she invented some faucet or whatever. But poor Kylie, we're in this packed bar.
Yep.
She's sitting by herself.
By myself.
Looking the other way. And I'm trying not to be rude to this lady. And I'm trying to get Kylie interjected into this
There's
whole
no way
thing.
to interject because I couldn't come stand next to you. I
right.
couldn't.
And it was getting obnoxiously a long time.
Yes, it was
and she
getting
kept
obnoxiously
I know, kept talking to me and talking. But that's how you know you're a real trooper of a wife.
Yeah, no shit.
I was just like, I'm trying to get rid of this lady. And she wouldn't leave me alone.
Thankfully, the bartender was like, do you want a drink while you wait? And I was like, yeah.
Is that what she said to you?
Yeah, because I was like,
I
I'm
didn't
with
know that.
him. And she's like, do
he's
you want a
never getting
drink
that.
while you wait? And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
He's never getting out of here.
Yeah. And she took it that she was like, I'm assuming you have a tab. And she didn't even ask for money. She just gave me the drink. She felt bad for me.
Right. She saw what was going on.
She took pity on me and was going to let me probably have a free drink.
I felt bad for you too, but I somehow couldn't say no to the. Oh, and then she says, "Oh, what's your name?" I said, "Hi, my name is Eric." And I said, "What's your name?" She says, "Happy." And I go, "Your real name's Happy?" Because sometimes Asian people just have names like Smiley or whatever. You know.
Okay, I don't think that's ever an Asian person's name, but yeah.
No, they do. If you go, well, that's not Asian. You go to 7-Eleven. Sometimes they just have names like Happy or Smiley or whatever.
Okay, they don't, but yes.
Yes, they do.
They
do.
I get my nails done every week. No, they don't.
Yes, going to 7-Eleven and Incline, they always do.
Yeah.
But anyway, she says her name's Happy. I go, oh.
Happy I could
said,
see.
I said, is that your first name? And I go, what's your last name? She says, Hour. And then I started laughing. She made me start laughing. And I go, oh, your name's Happy Hour. Did you get it legally changed that way? And then she started laughing that way. We found out her name was Joanna.
Right.
So if she's listening, which she probably is because she's obsessed with me.
Oh, okay.
She's probably listening to our podcast.
Well, I know who your third wife's going to be. I mean, fourth wife, excuse me.
I think she's a little out of my age bracket.
Oh.
But, I could have a sugar mama. Why not?
Okie dokes.
Something happens, I'll go live down there. She's Laguna Beach she lives in. Or if she has a trampoline, I'll just jump on it all day.
A trampoline.
Yeah. She'll sit out there with her cocktail on a lounge chair, and I'll get my Speedo and jump on the trampoline.
When was the last time you jumped on a trampoline?
The last time I blew my back out.
Right. Second, you can barely, jump down a stair without hurting yourself. I don't think your balls are going to flop around nicely
I'll just roll around on the trampoline.
Right. That sounds about right.
She'd be fine like that. Mr. Eric, jump high. Mr. Eric, jump higher.
Oh, no.
Will you make me edit that out?
Nope.
You're all nope.
Sure not going to.
Anyway, dear, that was a good way to start the podcast.
Why, thank you.
We're podcasting late today.
Late on a
Monday. We have to turn this over to Podcast Dan in a couple hours from now.
Real quick. Yep. Sorry, Dan.
Because we went to Newport Beach
yes.
to see Skylar and her new house again.
Yes.
For the fourth house.
Yes,
I believe it's the fourth
this
one.
Is the fourth.
Yeah, we like this one the best.
Yeah.
We got there and she's now driving a Tesla, by the way, because her car got in an accident. So
her rental car is a Tesla.
Her car is a Tesla, and people call them an iPhone with wheels. I never heard
absolutely.
that. But I had lunch with Podcast Dan, and he was like, "Oh, they call those iPhones with wheels."
It really basically is.
Really are. I would have so much trouble driving.
You
a Tesla.
couldn't handle it.
Like there's a lot of a lot of iPad stuff.
You couldn't do it.
There's no gauges.
Yeah. You can't even set the contacts on your car.
I didn't even notice it. Did it have miles per hour and how fast you're going?
Yes, it did.
Oh, it did? I didn't even notice that.
It did.
But she's all happy driving that car for another day. Because she was supposed to get it back today. She'll get it back tomorrow. But we went all around her place, and it is Newport Beach, so it's a lot of older
There's
people.
An older population.
Yeah, we went in her, she has a rec clubhouse, and there are people
There's
in there.
a library and a theater.
It looked like people that weren't too aware eating soup in there. And I was like,
not a single person was eating soup. There was a couple elderly gentlemen napping.
Oh, yeah, just napping.
There was a woman doing her, what'd you call it, elementary backstroke?
Yeah, elementary backstroke in the pool with one of those flowery...
For a solid 5 minutes, we were like, you are the youngest person by half of a decade.
Right. Then we went down to the gym. There were younger people
There's
in the
a
gym.
few, so I got better.
Figured that happened. And then her apartment next door, the people have 5 kids and they scream and yell. Or 7 kids.
Right, no 5.
They have 5 kids, plus their mom and dad, plus them
the
in
grandparents.
In a little townhouse.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's pretty
so there's a variety of people.
Yeah, and then we told Skylar, it sometimes in different cultures, they have their mom and dad and their family living, and this guy's like, well, they're white.
I'm not truly convinced.
We never saw anybody. Yeah. So who knows? But we're glad she's doing good.
Yes.
And she lives in a great spot. If you know Newport Beach, she's on Jamboree.
Okay, you could stalk her. It's cool.
Across from Fashion Island.
Yeah.
I mean, stalk her, but you're not gonna find her.
How do you know? You're telling out all their details.
She won't even be driving the Tesla after tomorrow.
What's she going to be driving?
Not going to say. I'm not saying her car or her plates.
Okay, great. You don't know her plates, so it's
Actually,
fine.
she got a new California plate. She's a real California resident
She
now.
is a California resident.
Paying
She's been for almost a year now.
California resident paying California taxes.
Yes, she is.
She's finding out what that's really like.
Oh, not really. Hasn't probably hit hard yet.
But she's doing good.
Yep.
All 3 kids are doing pretty good right now. Rivers
started college today.
Rivers started college today. Kind of last week was orientation all week.
I don't call that college.
I do.
I do.
And so we haven't heard from him for a week because he's as soon as he gets out of the house, we haven't heard from him.
I predicted that.
And then when I got him on the phone, he said, "Okay, gotta go." And then Tanner's birthday was this weekend.
Yes.
We went out to dinner with him on Thursday to sushi.
God bless it, yes.
That sushi place was so freaking loud.
It was.
I couldn't even think in there was so loud. Why? Is the acoustics bad in there?
It must be, because we were in the middle, so sound was just bouncing everywhere.
And they had one waiter in there, and we couldn't get waited on. And
I know, I ran out of water.
And then on top of that, I left my debit card.
Yeah, you did.
I had to go back and get it. But anyway, we had a really good dinner with him and Allie.
Yes.
And Tanner, all he wanted to do on his birthday was swim the length of Donner Lake, which he had signed up. He tried to sign up, but it was too late.
It was
and
too
couldn't
full,
get in. It was full, yeah, so he wanted to do that. So on his birthday, he swam the length of Donner Lake. So all 3 kids are doing their thing.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yep.
Very proud.
You're doing your thing, talking to randoms.
Yeah, I'm
asking people too many questions.
Right.
Right.
But anyway, we were down in Newport Beach, and Kylie and I always go out to dinner. We went to this place called CDM.
Yes.
Which is Carona Del Mar.
Yep.
I couldn't figure that out. Sky had to tell us that.
Right.
I go, CDM. And it was a good restaurant.
It was tasty.
People watching was so-so.
At the restaurant was so-so.
I wanted better.
I also wanted better.
So after the restaurant, we started walking down. We go, let's just go back to the Quiet Woman because we know that place is packed.
Yeah, if we can get a drink.
And it was probably, half mile down the road?
Yeah.
Probably. So we walked down there, and
it was packed.
It was a shit show down there.
Packed.
Do you know what I was sitting we stayed at the Hyatt, and in the morning, or that guy that was at the pool with us, I went in the hot tub with him.
Oh, yesterday?
I said, you ever been to the Quiet Woman? And he says, oh, yeah, I'm from San Diego. And whenever we come up here, all the young guys go to the Quiet Woman to pick up the cougars.
Oh.
That's what and I said, I kind of got that. There were a lot of young guys.
I see that. Okay.
I mean, there were a lot of old guys, too, but it was kind of a cougar lounge, like the Polo Lounge.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But it's like a classy cougar lounge with really good food.
Almost the same vibe, though,
yeah,
in a way.
I could see that.
And everybody, but yeah, almost. And you know what I found out fascinating about the Quiet Woman?
What?
Is when they give you your tab, the tip is on it.
Right.
Even
That's
if you're
a
one
new
person
thing,
or
I
two
think.
people. Well, I don't know. It has a stamp saying
I know,
20%.
but last time we went there, I don't think they did that.
I don't know. Maybe it's just on a Friday night or something. I don't know.
Or maybe they just changed their policy in general.
Yeah, people weren't tipping or tipping enough or something. But I didn't. I kind of like that.
You have to think about it.
Just put the money on your drinks or whatever, and you know what you're paying. You don't have to think about what you're tipping or do that. And nowadays, 20% is the tip you should give.
Right.
They say 15, but everybody kind of does 20.
Right. What if they give really shitty service though?
Then you have the choice of doing less.
I mean, you did not at the Quiet Woman.
They didn't have shitty service.
I know. What if you did though?
Oh, you wouldn't have a choice there. They just do it because.
Right. I'd be pissed if they had shitty service. I'd probably be like, I need your manager because this was not a 20% tip.
Well, do you think the guy that knocked the glass off the wine thing left a tip? I don't even think he paid his bill.
Yeah, he did. He was a cash pay.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Some jackass sitting next to me. There's wine glasses sitting above the bar.
Like every bar, and they stack their glasses on top.
You know how sometimes you get those thoughts, like if you're driving your car.
What if I just hit this person?
Yeah, like someone's driving a bike. What if
car?
I just swerved into him and hit him off the road?
That red light?
Or what if I
I think that all the time.
Yeah, or you just do something like, what if I pick that up and throw it through a window?
Right.
Or whatever. You just think of
things
crazy.
They're sporadic things. You wouldn't really do.
Or
but
like,
you
no,
just kind of,
one of them was,
one
of them we were talking about, you see a cop like in 7-Eleven, you're like, what if I went over and grabbed his gun?
Okay, I've never thought that one.
I actually
but you have.
What if I did? What would he do? You know, what would happen?
Take you down?
Yeah, and you go to jail and everybody, what would happen if I just grabbed his taser and I tasered somebody, or whatever. But so this guy was obviously sitting there go, what would I do if there was 4 wine glasses, if I just pushed the wine glass.
No, there's actually only 3, so you had to push it further.
If I had to push the wine glass, would it get to the end and drop down and break on the bar above the ice?
I don't think it was that thought out.
And so this fucker pushes the wine glass, it breaks, and it
shatters everywhere
into the ice.
Well, I don't know if it went into the ice because thankfully
he had to change all the ice.
It was near the ice, so
and
he had to change that.
Was not happy.
Which I don't blame him.
He was mad, but I think he would have been okay, but when you looked at the guy goes, oops, and with a big smile on his face. He's like, you just say oops? That's not an apology, motherfucker.
Yeah. Yes, it's not a fucking apology, which it's not.
As he's cleaning it up, he's getting more mad.
Oh, yeah, because the guy continues to say nothing, but
and just have a conversation, Yeah. And so finally he just grabs those guys' drinks and says, you're out of here.
Dumps them out and is like, you're out. Well, you didn't catch him. He asked the other bartender, he's like, are they on a tab? And she's like, no.
Oh, so he just...
Yeah, and so that's why he was like... I think he was getting a plan and was like, nope, and now you're done. You didn't apologize. You didn't do anything. Get out.
And then the guys are like, what? And they're like, he was like, you're out of here. Get out of here. Get the hell out of here. And they finally got kicked out.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I don't think if I pushed that glass, I would have got kicked out.
Well, it depends how you reacted, I think. I think his reaction
I'll help you. Can I,
Well, he would have not help. Like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry.
But I think as he was cleaning up the glass, he was getting madder and madder.
Well, I think because the guy just literally said oops and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't, that was his apology.
Yeah. And then he made some excuse for it. But
right.
He pushed the glass for some godforsaken reason. He had to push it pretty good, so.
Well, yeah, because it holds 4. There was only 3. He pushed it,
Right. Well, the funniest thing at this bar, there was a guy sitting next to me who I found out was a realtor who he thought was a pilot. Pretty nerdy guy. About my age.
Yes, correct.
And there was a guy next to him about my age or a little bit older.
Older, I would think.
But he had the hots for this bartender. The bartender would appear late 20s, but we found out she was 37, and I called it. I said 38.
You did call it.
I said she's probably 38.
We were debating back and forth, and then I said, look at her hands, because hands don't lie.
I didn't look at her hands.
Oh, I did.
I saw her mouthing the songs.
Oh, yeah, she was singing the 80s songs.
And I said, Geeks, I'll find out how old she is without really asking how old she is. But then I'll finally
she did
ask.
A pretty good job at that. Except both of us didn't want to admit how old we were for a moment.
So she is lipping this song, and I go,
how do you know that song?
How do you know that song? You're pretty young to be knowing that song. And she comes over and she goes, oh, I know that song. And
I'm like, I don't know that song.
I go, well, I know that song because I was in middle school when that song came out. And she goes, oh, I have a sister 16 years older than me, so she used to play this music and stuff. And then I go, oh, so you used to hear those songs? I go, well, how old are you?
Well, you're like, you guys are probably like the same age.
Oh, then I said, you and my wife are probably about the same age. And then Kylie's like, well, I'm 40. Then she goes, oh, I'm 37. And then I got her age.
Yeah, you did.
See,
then you asked if she was married, if she was divorced.
Yeah. And she gave me every answer.
She did.
I know how to get that answers out of people by making them feel good. I know who I learned that from.
No.
My mother.
Ah.
My mother.
Why are you pointing at me?
I don't know. I have no idea why I just pointed. When I said mother, I pointed at
Yeah,
Kylie,
you
like,
did.
viciously. Don't say nothing about my mother.
I have not.
I know.
Today.
You didn't say one word about my mom.
I haven't even asked how your mom's doing today.
Oh, she's doing good.
Okay, great.
I talked to her a little bit this morning.
Of course you did.
Yeah. For 4 hours, though.
Oh,
no,
okay,
just kidding.
yeah. And then I went and had lunch with her.
Right, yeah. No, but my mom is real good at getting answers out of people, and people just give her the information. So she knows a lot about people.
You've learned well.
Right. My dad, not so much. He tries.
Does he try to get info out of people?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't think he does.
But anyway, you got to admit I was pretty good at that.
You
so
were.
This
I will,
one,
yes.
The one guy that looked like a pilot but is a realtor, his dickhead friend next to him,
Oh, he was.
all he was trying to do was pick up on this bartender.
Oh, yes. And you could tell she was like, kind of uncomfortable, like did not want.
And the bartender was nice looking, but I was like, God, her teeth.
No, she's drinking wine.
I know. I'm like,
so
something's wrong with
they
her
were
teeth.
reddening as the evening went on.
She was drinking, they were turning purple as she was.
Yes, because we all bleach our
"Oh."
teeth too much and they absorb it.
Yeah, speaking of bleaching
What?
teeth,
Oh.
we're walking from CD.
Only in Corona Del Mar.
Yeah, from CDM. And Corona Del Mar, if people don't know, is a really high. It's a lot of beauty places.
Oh, God,
and fashion.
yeah. Yes, and
boutiques,
plastic surgeons.
Plastic surgeons, everything. So we go by this place on the corner. It's all lit up. Everything's closed. We look in there. There's a couple chairs. Looks kind of like a barber shop or something like that, or a salon. And it's a teeth whitening place.
Swing them by, whiten your teeth.
I mean, you get a tender date. Right?
Right.
You get a tender
go
date.
get your teeth
I
bleached.
go get my teeth fucking bleached.
As you should.
And then you show up, you got white teeth.
Yeah, you look good. How
Drink
many
some
people judge people by teeth? Like everybody.
A lot of people. So, I mean, I guess I wonder
Until
what
you
it
drink
costs.
wine.
Like $150.
I don't know. We should look it up.
And what about cost to get your teeth whitened? And it says it, but this place was called an organic.
Yeah,
teeth
I don't know
whitening.
what that means.
Anything organic doesn't work.
No.
Try organic deodorant.
It doesn't work.
You stink like shit.
I know.
Try organic soap. It doesn't really lather up.
Yeah.
Try organic toothpaste. It doesn't really lather up.
It doesn't.
It's just like paste.
Yeah, I don't see an organic teeth whitening happening.
I think there's
'Cause
nothing organic unless you're using charcoal.
And that they say is not good.
Yeah, unless they're
Because you're like rubbing the enamel off.
Do you know how I know this? From all my episodes of Naked and Afraid.
They clean their teeth with charcoal?
Yeah, if they want to
I
clean
mean, if you
them.
want to brush your teeth,
If they have some
that probably
charcoal.
gets the plaque out.
Yeah, I've seen it. Naked and Afraid.
They're organic bleaching their teeth and their assholes. They're naked. It's natural.
Yeah.
Those ants are eating
You're
things.
saying the teeth whitening place bleaches your asshole
They
too?
might.
No, they wouldn't do that.
No, I'm saying naked and afraid they do.
No, I don't. Trust me, on Naked and Afraid, I'm not worried of any of that kind of
It's
stuff.
just a natural process that happens when you're rolling around in the nature for 2 weeks.
No.
Wiping
No, it doesn't.
Wiping with whatever organic material you can find.
Okay. All right, we got to put this truck. We got to put this train back on the rails here.
Okie dokes.
So anyway, this dickhead.
Anywho.
This dickhead is just bugging this lady, right? And
I don't know if you should call her a lady.
well, woman,
Girl.
woman, I don't know. And so the bartender, we'll call her the bartender.
Bartendress.
Yeah. And so she's just every time she's kind of rolling her eyes
Right.
every time.
Trying to kind of get out of the
Rolling-
conversation because he's asking her stupid ass
and
questions.
so the guy I talked to the guy, realtor / pilot.
Yes, you did.
And he says,
not pilot.
my friend here has got a huge crush on
Yeah,
the
we
bar. And I'm like,
noticed.
yeah, no shit. No shit. So right at that time, these
I
two-
probably had better luck getting her home than he did.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Right at that time, these two ladies dressed pretty.
They were pretty fancy.
glittery, let's call
one
them.
had a very glittery outfit.
Glittery
they both
outfit.
had a glittery parts.
And they were
yeah.
older women, but the one woman was just hammered. And they started talking
Hammered.
to these two guys. Now these guys are in seventh heaven. They're like, oh my God, these two older ladies are talking to us.
One's hanging all over him.
Yeah, and he keeps, and I've done this before. He keeps grabbing around her like he's hugging her, but getting side boob. He was on the
And
girl
I've
in the
done
striped
this
dress.
before. You
Well, yeah.
shouldn't have-
Well, you know what I did? I put my hand and I
Ew.
curved my hand so I don't like grab the side boob. It just like went like this. In my single days, sometimes you hug, somebody in a bar and you're all kind of drunk. You instead of like this, you just turn your hands like this. You're not fully grabbing.
The
it, you're
worst
just
part
touching
of
the
you
lower.
explaining this is that you had like a whole like thought out process of how you would grab a side boob.
Well, do you
like,
know
what
how I
kind
know
of
this?
fucking creeper are you?
Do you know how I know this?
Because you're a creeper.
No. Darn it, Kylie. Do you know how I know this?
I don't know how I
went to
know
the
this.
concrete convention years ago.
Oh, this story's getting worse for you.
Right, and there was these girls dressed up in spacesuits.
And they taught you how to grab a side boob?
No, And so me and my dad and Kelly O'Connor took pictures with these girls, and we had our arms around the girls. And when the picture came out, someone said, "Why is your hand like this, Eric?" Because I had it around here, and my hand was right kind of on her boob, and we were going like this. So I went like this because I didn't want to feel like I was grabbing it. So I had my hand in a.
But you got to feel it still?
Well, no, on my knuckles.
Well, then that's not even fun.
No, it wasn't fun. It was just that's why that's what I do, I guess. I saw it in a picture, and people were giving me shit when they saw the picture.
So now you're a pussy side boob grabber.
Yes. Thanks a lot. I'm a very appropriate guy. I'm not.
You started off the story sounding like you were an inappropriate guy, but in the end, you're actually a very appropriate
I'm not my
guy.
father.
Your father's hand was on the whole boob.
Yeah, my father's hand, you couldn't even see her boob. His whole hand was over the top of it.
Oh.
My father unbuttoned the bra with his hand.
Second picture, he's just waving it around.
Right, yeah. And over in the far corner, I'm knuckling the side. Got a knuckler going on.
You barely don't even actually know what you're feeling.
Do you know who's got a lot of side boob in his life?
I believe this.
This guy right here.
Hey everybody, this is Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. You want a custom home from a Southern California premier home builder? Call me, Joe LaMonica with LaMonica Custom Builders. 310-465-3347.
Thousands of side boobs, this guy.
Yikes.
Thousands. Yeah, when he comes, he's going to come up next week, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We'll have to ask him. What do you think of my side boob move? Let's see what he says.
He'll be like, you're a pussy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd be called every name in the book. I'm just a guy that's very appropriate and stupid.
And stupid. I care.
Worst part about it, the girl wants me
feeling.
to grab the side boob, and I
you're
knuckle
like, no.
it, and she's like, "Oh, this guy's weird."
Yeah. Oh, he's gay.
He's not into me.
Yeah. Oh, he must be gay.
I thought
Poor gay guys at the concrete convention.
He must be
bad for you.
He must be the secretary.
Goes with his dad because his dad's trying to straighten him up a bit.
Right. Yeah. We'll toughen this. We're gonna get the gay knocked right out of him. We're gonna toughen him up. Let's pour some concrete, son.
Oh my Lord. That's why I took you to all those strip clubs.
Yeah, I'm not calling you Erica. Damn it. Put some boots on.
Put some boots on.
Straighten those knuckles out, you big pussy.
Oh my Lord. I can't.
Anyway, one thing I thought was funny about this Quiet Woman bar was this guy, this old guy. So he comes and he sits next to me for a second.
Oh, then when he switched seats.
And he kind of, a little suit jacket on, I think he did. He had a suit jacket on.
I can't remember. He was
like
wearing,
a blue
to be
suit
honest
jacket
with
on.
you.
And he orders a
Beer.
Bottle beer?
Yes.
Can beer. Can't remember.
No, they don't have cans.
Oh. They didn't?
No.
Yeah. Did you order?
Classy
I think
place.
he ordered like a Coors Light. There's a lot of Coors Lights going on around.
But there was a
I don't know
bottle.
Why. Okay, bottle of beer. So he gets the bottle of beer, and then he pulls out of his suit pocket a koozie.
A koozie. A beer,
and he puts
Nashville beer koozie.
Yeah, it says Nashville on it. I go, "Oh, you been to Nashville or whatever?" And he goes, "Oh, yeah." You never know when you're going to need one of these.
Yeah.
I've never
I'm
seen
like,
that
well,
in my life.
Keep your beer cold.
I've seen it on the beach. I've seen it by a pool.
Never in a restaurant.
Never in a bar, in a restaurant bar. He had a nice suit. Let's pull out the
He looks nice, yeah.
Nashville koozie. And I talked to him about a little bit about Nashville or whatever. Then he went off to do his thing.
Yeah, you're talking a lot. I don't know if I like this talking to all these people.
No, it was a strange people. Then I talked to the next guy. He was divorced, and his kids lived down there.
Yes.
And he lived in a Sprinter van.
Yes.
And he said he would come to the Quiet Woman. And then I said, "Well, how's it living in a Sprinter van?" He says, "Well, it's really hard once you tell the girls you're in a Sprinter van.
No,
the
I
girl
wouldn't want
ladies
a
don't like it.
Sprinter
Why don't
van.
ladies like going in a Sprinter van?
Where are you going to pee?
They have bathrooms.
Do they?
Yeah, bumper dumpers.
Yeah, no thanks.
No, I don't know. They have bathrooms, I think.
I don't think they do.
I think Chris Activan, they do
maybe
bathrooms.
Activans do, but
Yeah.
I don't think all Sprinter vans have bathrooms.
Well, I'm sure there's municipal bathrooms wherever you're parked.
Okay, that sounds cool. You do, like, let me go pee at 2 a.m.
What happens when they hook up like a one-night stand? You just throw the rubber out the window or something?
I mean, there's garbage cans. Hello.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
That's-
I forgot they could have garbage cans. I didn't think about that.
Wow. You can pee wherever, but where are you going to put your rubber? Those are your concerns. Jesus Christ.
Well, this guy's not getting any anyway.
No, he's not.
And so you know what I told him? And he goes, "Yeah, I live in my Sprinter van." I go, "Oh, down by the river?"
Oh, shit.
He goes, "Oh, yeah, funny, buddy."
He also came back from the bathroom and did not want to sit by you anymore.
I know. Why did he sat by himself?
I think
the same spot you were in.
I think he wanted to have a pity party, and you weren't allowing him to have a pity party.
He was a downer, that guy.
I think he wanted to have a pity
He was definitely not
party,
getting a girl.
and you were not allowing him to do it.
Right. I was all uppity, and he was,
And
But
he was
anyway.
like, I've been married, divorced twice. He's like, hey, me too.
Yeah, me too. Oh, twice, that's it? Oh, man. I go, this is my third one.
I know. And he was
Dude,
like, oh.
Knuckles. Give me some knuckles, buddy.
I know. He really wanted everyone to feel bad for him.
Right.
And you're like, I don't feel bad for you. I'm in the same boat.
And then I'm like, oh, maybe a girl go home with you. Some girls like,
I was like, go to Truckee and you'll get many a woman in a Sprinter van.
You told me that, and I told him, I said, oh, you want to pick up some chicks? Go to Truckee. And they'll be Sprinter van. That's like the penthouse.
Yes.
They'll love it.
Yeah, they do.
All the hippie girls.
Yep.
Snowboarder girls or whatever.
Yeah.
They'll love that shit.
Yeah, they will.
They'll be like, hey, I can quit my job and travel around the country with you.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I don't know. That guy, yeah. He went and sat in the same exact spot you were sitting at when I was ignoring you with the Chinese lady.
I know. But I was not having a pity party.
With happy hour. Happy hour.
I was having a starting to get angry party.
Yeah, I know. I was getting to the point where I was like, oh, man.
Kylie's going to get pissed.
I know. I'm like, oh, man. I'm getting to the point right now.
I know. I actually sent you a text that said, come sit next to me then if she's not going to leave.
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, my wife's got to get in here. So I did say something like that. And she's like, wife?
Yeah.
Now I hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm not happy. Now it's not happy hour.
No.
Happy hour's over.
Mm-hmm.
She says, oh, you guys can both come over. I'm like,
I'll kill her and keep you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
We talk about this bar too much, but it's so fun.
There was a lot of interesting people
What about
at this
the
bar.
really, really drunk girl?
Oh, my God. I saw her while I was waiting.
To
get to you. I was like basically totally observing their date the whole time
drinking
that you were with happy hour.
After shot.
Oh my God, they had so many hot shots. She was so drunk.
And I even told the bartender, they're having another shot, and she's like,
They kept making out at the bar. This is a packed
like
small
that,
bar. Also,
I like that. Make out at the bar, go for it.
I'm pretty sure Tate was about to fall out.
Her boobs were hanging out of that loose dress.
Yeah,
It was great.
She was entertaining though, and she was having a lot of fun.
If I would have hugged her, I had side boobed her. She wouldn't even know it. She wouldn't know any difference.
You could have cupped a whole tit, and she would not even have noticed.
I could take her whole top of her dress down. She wouldn't even notice.
I think you could have.
She would not have noticed anything. She was having so much fun.
Yes, she was. Needless to say, it was a lot of good.
The band was
kind
of good too.
There was
great. It was a tiniest little place, a little tiny band crammed in the corner.
Yes.
And kind of rocking band.
Yeah, like we planned on going in and having like one drink, and we stayed until they closed, and because the people watching was so good.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh yeah, we stayed all the way till the end.
Yeah, we did.
We tend to do that all the time. Kylie and I go out, and we're not having that much fun. Then all of a sudden we go crazy.
Right.
And we start having fun.
I mean, we were just having fun watching.
Yeah, because we like to talk about everybody.
Yeah, we do, and we like to try to see like, oh, that guy looks like a pilot, even though he's a divorced realtor.
Then I talked to him. I said he's the realtor. Yeah, divorced realtor.
Yep.
And I said. I go, oh, you just recently divorced? He goes, yeah, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he was very excited about being divorced.
Very unhappy then.
He was very excited about being divorced. He goes, and it's awesome.
Most people don't say that.
I know, but in that tone, too. I'm like, okay, buddy.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Yeah, he was having a good old time.
I did learn from the bartender he has a girlfriend that was coming in the next day with him.
And he was hitting on the other girl
right, so
big time.
she's like, okay.
Yeah, trust me, this guy couldn't get a girl if he tried. He's a nerd ball.
Oh,
maybe he's super rich.
I did look down at
it.
I looked down at his feet, and he had like the Stance socks on that River wears.
Oh,
and I was like, okay, buddy, you're trying real hard now.
Yeah, he had like a regular
he had like a flannel shirt on.
Like a short sleeve dress type
shirt. No, it was not. It was like a plaid. It was
plaid, like a plaid short. What's wrong with that?
If you're trying to hook up with a 35-year-old, you probably shouldn't wear your plaid shirt, Grandpa.
He had no shot with a young girl.
No,
that's
he had
for sure.
0
shot. And then the other guy had no shot with the bartender either.
He tried real hard, though.
He did.
Real hard.
And then he tried real hard with the older woman. She blew him off, so he went back to the bartender like he had
like
he's
it was
get
a
her
choice,
over her. Yeah, the bartender's really good looking, and this girl's not. You know?
I mean, she wasn't horrible. She was more age appropriate.
Yeah, more age appropriate. But then she was talking to the young guys at the other table.
She was a cougar looking for some young blood.
She was looking for the young blood. And then the young guys didn't want nothing to do with her, actually. They were kind of blowing her off.
No, they didn't. They looked like they didn't.
Like,
I think they were not there for the cougar. I think they were there for, like, the food.
They were actually there to eat. Yeah. So they were, who knows what.
It was, I'm going to go back just for,
I like that place.
But the people watching was amazing.
I mean, here, we'll go get our teeth whitened.
I don't need to get it whitened
I
from
know.
those people.
We'll get our teeth whitened.
I have already paid to get mine whitened.
We'll go to some boutique and get you a glittery top. I'll get me
I'm gonna need some sequins.
I'll get me a checkered, flannel shirt like that guy and some stained
One, you have
socks.
like 75 flannel shirts.
Right.
So you're good.
Hey, I got a thing. I was wearing my shirt tucked in.
Yes, you were.
And Sky was giving me shit saying, "Okay, old man."
I
But
know.
I feel that I look slimmer and also
You
I don't
totally do.
Also my belly doesn't get scraped on my belt.
Yeah,
when I tuck
I think
in.
you look much slimmer.
Do I look slimmer or do I look like an old
No,
man, like
I
fat
don't
old
think,
man
I
tucked
don't
their
think
shirt
you
in?
look an old man. I think you look slimmer. I think it looks nice. I think you look not sloppy.
Okay.
I think it
Just
looks
checking.
good. I think it looks good.
I felt it's like a new thing or a new style.
I like
that.
it. And
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. I mean, I might look okay. I look 40 now. Big deal.
You are.
Right. Well, no, I'm 53. I look
know
40
that.
when
I
I
was
tuck
trying
my-
to
I
give you
look-
the benefit
Yeah, I
of the
look
doubt.
40 now. Big deal
Right.
instead of 38.
I mean, you don't tuck in every shirt,
No, not every shirt. It
but you
just
had like a
depends.
polo on, and it looked good.
And nice shorts and a nice
Yeah.
belt. So, man out there, go ahead and do that.
I think it looks good.
It's just fine.
And you do look like slimmer because your shirt looks kind of baggy on the bottom, which doesn't make you look as slim.
Right. I'm very excited right now.
Why?
Our newest commercial and sponsor.
Oh, okay. This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National.
Great American Storage
America.
and Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs. Isn't that great?
Do you think that?
I want to play it again. I'm not going to do it.
Don't do
I
it.
played it twice last week.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
And my mom's like, what is that saying? What is
I mean, and this isn't to bag on anyone in particular. I'm not going to say names,
Yeah.
but I mean,
What are you talking about?
the styles, the changing of the styles. You're getting shit for wearing a tucked-in shirt
Right.
that slims you down and makes you look better.
Yeah.
There's a trend now where apparently it's only people in their 20s because anyone over 20 is like, hell no. They don't wear bras anymore.
Oh, yeah. Young girls don't wear bras anymore.
know, what
That's the 70s. Big deal.
Well, I mean, I get it. I don't get it at all.
Yeah, but it's like the 70s. All the young girls don't really wear
I
bras.
know. I don't understand it.
I mean, they wear bras, but not as much.
I don't
really.
think they wear
I don't
bras,
think so.
period.
It's just a style. But, I mean, if you look back, 80s,
Oh, no, I know.
80s, no. 70s, yes. The 70s, they didn't wear
Because by the
bras.
80s, they're sagging.
I mean, could be sagging, could be not, whatever. I don't know.
No, it's like a proven fact. If you let those muscles go loose, they will start sagging.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why they had so many boob jobs in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, because everyone's a sagging.
Everybody in the 70s, yeah. Who
I
knows?
didn't wear a bra.
I
so
don't
now
think
I'm
that's why
sagging.
they had so many boob jobs. There are less boob jobs. Girls tend to not get boob jobs these days.
Correct.
Like, it went one way, now it's going the other way.
Right. I'm down with a natural
Just
boob
be natural.
size. I'm not down with a no bra. I don't know why. I feel like it's going to have a bad effect later in life.
Well, I mean, it's just a style, actually. It's just a style, actually.
And maybe that's just
Yeah,
coming from
and
someone that has
El
larger boobs that I could not get.
Yeah,
I
but
would
you
be,
never
like,
used to.
dying by the end of
You
the
never
day.
used to have big old boobs.
Right, but I always wore a bra.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. It's just the style. What are you going to do?
Nothing.
It's kind of like how guys wear their pants low and their underwear hanging out of them. That's just the style.
I don't like that
Old guys
style
wear their
either.
shirts tucked in. That's our style. That's what we do.
Young guys wear their shirts tucked in too.
Right. You know what? When I had a issue last week, I kept spilling shit all over me.
Oh my god.
I spilled coffee all over me. I thought it was my water bottle. It was my coffee, hot coffee, and I spilled it all over my shirt.
Yeah, you did.
I went out to lunch, spilled salad dressing.
Ugh.
Like 3 shirts in one day.
It was a rough laundry week.
I had nothing tucked in, by the way. Everything was out on all those shirts. They were out.
You this then as I always say, you spilled salad dressing on your shorts.
I always spill salad dressing on my shorts because I
Always.
drop like a piece of lettuce on my shirt. I wonder if anybody else does that.
There's constantly grease stains on your crotch. Constantly.
Yeah, it happens, dear.
A lot.
How do you get that out? You look at my stains on the. You look at all of my
I
stains.
check every pair of shorts, every shirt. I check them all out. I'm that good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, every single item of your clothing would be stained.
I'll probably spill you if we go up to Grey Eagle this weekend. I'll probably spill dip all over my shorts and shirt and everything else too.
Oh, I'm making dip.
Don't you usually make dip when we
mean-
go up there?
Yeah, I guess you want a dip.
Kylie, those of you that don't know, Kylie makes the best dips out there.
And dessert treats.
I was watching on social media, Chef Stu.
Well, he was making a dip. Did he make a dip?
He had some dips he made or whatever.
Yeah, were they good dips? I didn't watch
and
that.
And I actually messaged and said my wife makes the best dips.
Oh, better than Chef Stu?
I'm sure. He probably uses mayo and everything. I don't like mayo on my dips. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what he. His dips look pretty good though.
Maybe I should check him out. Maybe I should try him.
I think maybe we're trying to get on his show or whatever. We should be on his show, and you could do dips.
He doesn't have a show, one.
Well, he's been filling in.
Yes.
We get on Jeff's show and do some dips, and we'll all try the dips.
Dips. A dip-off?
Dip, 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 dip.
You want me out of a dip-off with Chef Stu?
But I'll tell him that, yeah. But anyway.
It's a lot of pressure for me.
Why? You make the best dips in the world. It's not even a
question.
A question. You make the best dips
darling.
in the world. It is absolutely the best.
Thank you.
Life with Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrola Concrete Construction and doTERRA Essential Oils. You can get those from Aislinn Mueller. And her handle at Insta is at This Essential Life. So last week we had my mom and dad on.
Yes.
Lots of comments, lots of fun.
Bored.
People say your mom is sassy. You know,
she's something. I tell you.
I posted some videos behind the scenes stuff because like I'm sitting there and I go, Eric, fix your hair, fix your hair. My mom's all, shake your hair, shake your hair. And Kylie's like, why does your hair look like that?
I didn't say why it looked like that.
My mom's like, just put a bag over your head. That'll work. And then we did another little clip where I'm like, what is that, a tattoo? When you get a neck tattoo or something to my mom, it's like, shut up, you stupid son.
She kind of like
that.
mumbles it,
Yeah,
but it's in a microphone so you can hear everything.
And then there's an outtake after we got done with the podcast because after our podcast, we always say, oh, I love you, love you. Mom was saying, I love you.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad took his headsets off before, and my mom's like, look at Al. He took his headsets off. What an idiot. He didn't even say I love you. He didn't even say I love you. And then she's like, oh, well, maybe he couldn't hear because of the music playing. But
like, right.
I didn't play that clip because I don't want to hurt my mom's feelings or something. She calls him an idiot, but she always calls him an idiot. So
that's true.
Doesn't hurt his feelings.
But he's used to it.
Right, what's that?
He's used to it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But
the term of endearment.
They had their anniversary and they never got tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
And I never asked them about it, but they got to make reservations like
I
you
know.
said.
Your mom didn't seem to believe me.
Well, my dad the whole time is saying no.
He also didn't seem ready.
He kept saying no, no, no. And my mom's like, you're getting it. You're getting it.
I'm going to make
Have
you
a great story. Tell a great story.
Live a great story.
Live a great story. That's their tattoo, not in Japanese, in English, in script. And then another thing that was really funny was when my mom was talking about the ding dong and ho ho. About telling the nursery school teacher that she someone keeps stealing her son's ding dong. Taking her son's ding dong. Or stealing her son's ding dong.
I don't know how she worded that. It was like,
it was funny. A ding dong is a little cupcake, but
right. The teacher was like,
that was really funny. But anyway, everybody loves mom and dad on.
They're always a hoot.
They are fun. It is always a really fun podcast when they're on. And you never know what my dad's going to come up with. He comes up with some strange stuff.
Half the time I know what your mom's going to say.
We don't know what she's going to say either, but it's always really funny. So we love that. My mom called me up, says the funniest thing. She says, did you see Trump's, mugshot? And I said, yeah, I did. She goes, did you see what it said? 6'3", 215, hair, strawberry blonde. She thought that was the funniest.
Why did she think it was so funny?
Like, she thought that was the funniest thing, that his hair is strawberry blonde. that was what they put, strawberry blonde.
That's funny that they did.
I mean, it kind of is blonde, but it's dyed, but
right.
Yeah, but
it's still strawberry.
I don't even
blonde.
know if it's strawberry blonde. It's kind of yellow.
I mean, we always see like the TV version, so it depends what your TV looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of yellow blonde, but
strawberry blonde.
6'3", 250. I think he's about 250. Is it 215 or?
I don't know.
Maybe he's 250. I don't know. I have no idea.
How tall is he?
6'3".
Oh.
Yeah. So, strawberry blonde hair.
I don't know. I need to see him in real life to justify that.
Yeah, it was funny though. Anyway, dear, this podcast has flown right along, and it is that time. Last call. So here we cheersing today, baby.
Well, since it's been a big week of the kids, I thought we'd cheers the kids for all of their accomplishments. They each kind of had one this
River
week.
starting college.
River starting college and moving out to his own place.
Skylar finding a new place.
Yep, Skylar finding a new home.
Getting established. He's going to start EMT school.
And not River. I'm going the opposite way.
And Tanner is 29
and
now.
Swimming across Donner.
And
all by himself.
Him and Allie are doing good. Seems like it. No, I can say that now. They're boyfriend and girlfriend. I can actually say that.
Oh, okay.
And for a while, you can't say that because you don't know.
You're dating,
Dad.
right? It's dating.
It's a
There's
trial.
no titles.
Dad, it's a trial. There's no titles. But
I want to take our titles away.
The trials. Are we still on trial?
Yes.
We're on a trial.
We're on trial until we hit year 15.
Yeah, I gotta be on a trial marriage. I can't just commit completely.
A
For
trial
3 years.
marriage.
Yeah, right.
So, what year of marriage has it become a real marriage?
Like 25 or something.
Oh my god.
Yeah, something like that. But those of you out there, if you liked our podcast last week or this week, subscribe on our what are they called now? I'm forgetting. Our platforms.
Like
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and if you could follow us, that helps. If you share us with a friend, it's great. Tell someone about us. We're trying to grow this bitch.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into my life with Eric.
Why'd you say that?
Oh, you looked at me like it was my turn.
No, I didn't even say that. Subscribe or follow us, and wherever you listen to your podcast, or
Oh.
just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
Oh, well,
Now
I
you
already
said
said my piece
Yeah,
then.
you said your piece. We're way
No.
backwards today.
You looked at me like it's your turn.
I'm
Go.
just glad you have everything memorized. That's pretty
You
good,
looked
babe.
at me like, why aren't you saying something?
That was great.
What's my last line now? You
I know.
screwed
What
me
is
up.
it? You're all screwed up.
Yeah, to all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
Love you, baby.
See, we're only human. That's why we do this.